Hello, everyone. Live. And I know it's been a hot minute, maybe about a month since the last time I streamed, but the reason we are doing this is because we are celebrating Minecraft's 15-year anniversary, and I wanted to do something. So hopefully we'll get the video out tomorrow because I actually have time to edit because tomorrow's Memorial Day. So I hope everyone is having a happy, very happy Memorial Day weekend. Um, and let's get to it. So I started playing this a little bit, uh, like yesterday to see how it went through, but I didn't really play through much of it. So we're gonna play through it together just so we can see all of the things that are going on. So this is a very lovely map. It was very well done. I mean, look at these textures. Wow. Made by Orville Studios for Minecraft Bedrock, of course. And Minecraft Bedrock has gotten a lot of slack lately, and I know I'm part of it just because I've moved over to Java for content creation at this point. But I played Pocket Edition primarily from 2012 all the way through probably 2018 before I switched over to Java mostly and primarily. So it has a special place in my heart, even though it's not quite the same game that it used to be. I remember keeping track of every single update just because we got more and more features as time went on. And I started losing track by the time Better Together rolled around just because we had finally reached some semblance of parity that I actually cared about, right? But even that was a long time ago. That was even before the update Aquatic, which was a while ago now. I'm sort of dating myself here. But today we have the TikTok cape. I'll talk more about that in a bit, but I'm not sure if it was worth it, just because I've never used TikTok before today. I don't plan on ever using it ever again because I'm not a fan of TikTok. But this cape looks amazing, especially with my current skin. Although we do have the option of also using the um, the purple heart cape, which I also got like way as soon as this started. Oh, I did not update. Where it also actually looks pretty good. And this is for watching Minecraft on Twitch, which of course I do pretty regularly anyways, just because there's a lot of content creators that I like that are on Twitch. So Twitch cape, in my opinion, actually pretty easy to get. I got it like on the first day. TikTok cape, I actually had spent me like hours to figure it out just because TikTok is annoying and I don't ever wish to use it ever again. But for our, for our hard work that we put in for this stupid cape, we're gonna wear it. Um, and of course, we have the other capes as well. So we have the founders, what is it? Can't see the cursor. We have, of course, the original pancake. We have the founder's cape, which I originally got once they added the character creator model. This was probably back in 2017, 2018, maybe? A while ago. The vanilla cape, of course, just because I've owned Java since about 2013, and then I got Bedrock as soon as it was available. I got, well, at the time it was Windows 10 edition. I claimed my free copy. I believe it at a Staples because I didn't have a computer at the time, but I wanted to try it out, especially since the Nether update had just come out for Pocket Edition. And it came out on Windows 10 edition first. So I really wanted to try it out there before I was able to try it out on Pocket Edition. So that's where I was, and because of the account migration, I was finally able to migrate my Java account to the same account my uh, Microsoft account that I had been using for Pocket Edition had been on this whole time. So, vanilla cape, of course, the new TikTok cape, the new Twitch cape, and then of course the 15th anniversary cape. So we have all of those capes. I do believe back in the day there was also a 10th anniversary cape, but I don't remember exactly what that looked like, just because that was, 5 years ago now. So we're gonna equip the TikTok cape, just because it looks kind of cool, and I worked pretty hard to get it. It's a little annoying to do, so here we are. Right, we could talk to this villager, who's very happy. He's dancing all over the place. Says, welcome. Actually, should I do voices for the villagers? Let's see how good I am at voice acting. Welcome to the grand celebration of Minecraft's 15th birthday. I'm thrilled. Is that what villagers sound like? I'm thrilled you're here to join the party. Inside you'll find games, surprises, and a nostalgic stroll down a memory lane. I sort of changed there. I'll just read this normally. Take a moment to read the signboards, water through the garden, and when you're ready, head inside to kick off the adventure. I wouldn't say unforgettable, but yeah, this is a pretty well made map. Especially, we also got the 10th anniversary map as well from Blockworks. They created that map at the time, and they went through it some different people this time. I'm sure we'll get another one probably for the 20th anniversary in, I don't know, 2029? Seems like a while from now. I don't even know if I'll be playing Minecraft by then. Who knows? It's 5 years from now. Of course, leave a review. There's free content available in the marketplace. You can even sit on the benches. So if you get up on the bench and then you crouch, you can then sit on a bench. It's a nice little detail that they added, I think. And of course you can do this with add-ons because you can basically make any object rideable and have behavior similar to like minecarts and stuff like that. Of course you can do a whole bunch of different stuff. I remember when they added that like way back when. What's interesting though is because the way they did this map, as far as I can tell initially, is that they structured the history to look more like Java's history. Even though we are playing on Bedrock, which means that, let's talk to this person, McKenna, one of the new default skins. Hello. Everyone line up and say, Creeper, let's capture this momentous moment. Give me your biggest smile and strike a pose. But yeah, Bedrock's history is very different than Java's, as we all know, because I sort of experienced that through time. Our favorite Bedrock developer doesn't actually work on the game anymore, so he was just a Pocket Edition developer at the time. Tommaso Cecchi would very, very often post stuff on Twitter, like way back when, because he was the classic feature creeper. So we post like I believe it was the water dripping down, because that was one of the new features we got in like 0.10, I believe. As well as some other interesting features related to the independent terrain generation, because he was brought on shortly before, I think, 0.7 or 0.8. And it was such an interesting time, though, because for a few years it was just him and Johan Berhardsen, who also doesn't work at Miami anymore, in a room just developing Pocket Edition together before they started hiring some more people at around the 0.11 update. We've got Daniel Westenhoff that they hired, who actually worked on fishing. Again, this is way back when. This is when the team went from like 2 people up to like, 6 people, but still not pretty big. And then it sort of ballooned when they decided to make it a priority. And so now we probably have hundreds of developers working on Bedrock nowadays. But it had very, very humble beginnings, I think, as the primary version for phones and tablets, which is what I had at the time, because I did not have a computer and we did not have consoles. So that's what we had, so we had to make 2. Alright, so it looks like we have 4 rooms in here. Here's Steve and Alex, just looking at their sticker book. But we have 4 main updates that were like eras of the game. So we have the update Aquatic here, which, I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. They released it right before they announced Village of Pillage, and I actually went to the Minecon live that announced Village and Pillage, and that was back in 2018. So I'm gonna say 2018 for the update of Aquatic, which is a while ago. That's actually when I started college. Believe it or not, it was ages ago. Whereas now I'm working and have a full-time job, but that's how life goes. This is the early. This is they call it alpha, but they sort of smush classic and alpha together, as we know. For as far as Java history goes, we had the original Cave game, followed by Minecraft Classic, then Indev, InfDev, and then Alpha. So it was a bit of a transition there for like a few months before getting to those early Alpha builds, which I actually wasn't playing Minecraft at the time, back in 2009, 2010. But in terms of if this were to refer to Pocket Edition Alpha, then sure, because Pocket Edition looked identical, almost identical to Minecraft Alpha, minus the Nether and Redstone, all the way up until, 0.9 update. And that's when it really started to look more like the modern versions of Minecraft that we see today. That 0.9 update, I'd say it was probably when I was in middle school at the time. Or actually, no, it would have been when I was in high school. It's hard to remember, though. Maybe 2016 was Pistons. I do remember that with the 0.15 update. Another update was in 2015, 0.12. So I think it was 2014. So I was So it was between middle school and high school. This would have been in like May June time of 2014, and that came out, and I was so excited to play it at the time because it was the first time we got infinite worlds in the game. But prior to that, we got the terrain generation of Minecraft Alpha, and 0.1 all the way through 0.8 had that terrain generation, and that's what I classically refer to as Pocket Edition Alpha, because it very much was Alpha. Dimensions is just dimensions, so I think it's just going to talk about how different dimensions were added to the game over time. Then they focus on Buzzy Bees for some reason, the 1.15 update, which is actually pretty recent in my mind. This probably would have been in 2019, 2020 era, so like only 4 or 5 years ago now. Caves and Cliffs, which is even much more recent, so this would have been 2020 era, 2021. Then we have Exploration, which I guess exploration over time might start with beta 1.8. Or 0.12, which is what we got which is when splitting was added to Pocket Edition. Same time we got the Nether update, as well as we got enchanting. Things were kind of added out of order to Pocket Edition, so there's 2 different tracks that we have: the Java Edition track, and the Bedrock Edition track. We'll start with Alpha, because I started playing a little bit with this before. See how many things they get right. Alpha Minecraft, traditionally referred to as Minecraft Classic. Nope, they're 2 different things entirely, right? But again, as I said, they sort of smush these 2 phases of development together. First phase of Minecraft development, yeah, sure. Minecraft first saw the light of day. Sure. So you're gonna tell us about this. Yeah, pre-classic refers to anything that was before classic, so this would have been Cave Game. So this was the block palette of Cave Game, of course. They have the old cobblestone texture, which is very, very nice to see. Of course, they have those old tree textures. Pocket Edition was very different because our grass. Oh, this is the newer. This is switches the order. That's very interesting. Pocket Edition was very different because we had the darker green grass all the way up until like 0.7. And then we actually got neon grass for just 1 update in 0.8, and then we switched to the more modern grass in 0.9, which got us the new terrain generator, which was equivalent to Java 1.7. Yep, these blocks were there. Sure. As far as Java Alpha goes, this block palette was in there for a long time before they removed the neon grass in beta versions of Minecraft. Old Sponge, which, sure, Sponge was in the game at the time. I remember using it a lot in my build in Pocket Edition Alpha. Of course, it didn't do anything, but it made an interesting noise, very similar to the old grass block texture noise. New Sponge, of course, was added in 1.8, which would have been in 2014 in Java, and then again in 0.16 and Pocket Edition. So this would have been 2016, 2017 era. Floods to flows. Back in the old days, lava and water could fill massive areas with only one source block, creating vast oceans or fire lakes from nothing. Yeah. Sure. I was gonna talk about how Notch flushed the coat of pigs and then turned them into creepers. Yeah. Of course, everyone knows this. It's supposed to be a pig, resulting in it standing up vertically. It was the creeper was created, of course, by accident. At least I think that's a well-known fact, and I'm pretty sure other people know that as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Of course, they have this. Humans, yep. This is the very, very latest of Minecraft. They basically removed this by the time Alpha came around, though. They're incorporating more of the default skins into the game. This is pretty interesting. There's even a history with the default skins, of course, as well, because Steve was the original. Then they got rid of his beard. Basically right in the beginning. He was joined by Alex in 1.8, around 2014. So he was the only skin for like a long time. Then we have these new default skins, which I think were introduced very recently, in like the past year. So it's very interesting to see how these skins grow over time. But I do remember specifically why the Alex skin was created. It's because that skin has slim arms, whereas Steve does not have slim arms. Steve has the wide arms. But of course, I always like the classic skin, so my skin will always have wide arms. But it enables players to have more choice in the skin model that they like, which is always the idea. I'm switching to first person for this, especially since it's a mini game and it's more interesting to play. So yeah, I thought this live stream would be a bit more interesting just because I think I have more stuff to talk about, just because I've had a long time playing this game, and I can talk about my experience with the game as it has grown up with me. So, much more interesting than just slapping blocks together and doing texturing and stuff like that, I think. Even though the end product does look very nice. Again, we're working on the current video. Okay. So, here we are in, I guess, it's considered Alpha Minecraft. Redstone actually did exist in Alpha Minecraft. That's not true. It was added in one of the Secret Friday updates, of course. But if they're referring to Pocket Edition Alpha, and yes, it did not exist until 0.13, but the game was very much in beta at that point, I think. Especially with the considering that Windows 10 Edition beta was released at that point. It's interesting to see the terrain, this old flower, but I can see here that they're trying to replicate Java Edition Alpha rather than Pocket Edition Alpha, because Pocket Edition Alpha didn't have the red rose, it had the cyan rose, which is a little bit different. And again, this was because Java Edition had already switched over to the, or was at the point they knew in Future MotorOS where they were going to switch to the Poppy, so they just made it from the start to have the cyan rose as a placeholder. Though the cyan rose, the red rose, cyan rose to the Poppy and Pocket Edition have the same ID, whereas the red rose to the Poppy have the same ID in Java Edition. At least I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, this is pretty well created. It has the fog in the background. It has sort of these huge cliffs that you would see, which were typically a feature of Alpha Generation at the time. A lot of different things occurred. Of course, there's no hunger bar, which we don't have, but I don't remember if there was a hunger bar in this thing. But what the point of this minigame, though, is to switch between versions so we can walk through the area. That's about it. So if we do this, we can see Minecraft as it currently looks with the hunger bar. There it is. Just to show that, of course, in early versions of Minecraft, the hunger bar did not exist. It's very interesting in Pocket Edition, though, because at that point, hunger was already added to Java Edition, so they just made food stackable from the start. But they did not add hunger until 0.12, meaning you could stack food, and it was a lot more easy on Pocket Edition in that respect, just because... You okay there? You're gonna just, like, stand? He's very happy. But you can stack food in Pocket Edition and just heal very quickly, which is much easier and nicer than the way it was in Java, which food was not stackable at all. So a little bit of differences there between Pocket Edition Alpha and Java Alpha. Also separated many, many years in time. But yep, here's the village. I looked around this a little bit before, and there's not much in here. Let's see this, just like random chests. Very interesting. I am playing with a controller today, even though this is the Windows 10 version, simply because it's a bit more comfortable for my hands. Oh, now you can see the old gravel texture. Gravel has actually had 4 textures. This is actually the second gravel texture, not the first. The first one was a bit more darker and didn't have the pink in it that we know from this era of the game. And of course, the third gravel texture is the more modern texture that was added in newer versions of the game, which is actually not here. This is the 4th version of the texture. So we're missing 2 gravel textures from this, but that's okay. Actually gonna stroll through here. Of course, it doesn't allow us to spread it in alpha either. So you can sprint in here. It's supposed to be a minigame of sorts, I think. Now you just do this to go through. That cobblestone corresponds to the cobblestone over here. Right? to complete this with the keyboard and mouse because I'm not as adept with the controller as I am with that schema. It's trying to show us the different eras of the game here as well. Let me get up there. It's just to climb the vines, I think. Yeah. Let's see what it wants us to do. Nope. Versions. Jump here. Jump here. Versions. And this is the controller, so bear with me here. The thing entirely. Fortunately, it saves it. This is not as punishing as other parkours. There we go. Well done. First mine shafts were added in beta 1.8, the adventure update. Definitely interesting to see at the time. Added in 0.9. The world update. I have a name for this, just 0.9. Oh. It's not as good. I see any extras to them, did we? No, do not. Those are supposed to catch your fall, I think. But I think you could survive that, but always do the haybow because they want us to use the haybows. There's our sniffer friend. Hello. That actually seems. Oh, there it's gonna start taking up the seed. I don't think I can actually do that to hay wheels. Oh, it's just gonna repeat that animation. That's fine. Yeah, just trying to show off the new cherry blossoms, which of course we all like as well. Of course, these red roses are on Bedrock, so I guess they were added in a roundabout way. That's I just realized that. That's very funny. Yeah, so you have the sticker book, so you get different stickers for, I don't know, completing different things. It's very unclear. We're gonna keep playing through this. I don't think you're allowed to touch the water, so you gotta use the lily pads. Wish they changed the. Oh, guys. I eat the cake. We got 2 stickers. We're missing 2 others. I did not need to do this. It'll bring us back to the beginning. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. We collected 2 sticker books. I consider that a win. I might go back to get more, but I think we're good. But I think there's actually more to this because I do remember seeing different levels. Yeah, so look at this. There's different levels up here as well. So let's go take a look at this as well. Here's the upper level. Oh, so it's going to talk about cloth, isn't it? Yep. It's originally known as cloth. So wool has actually had many new textures over the years. It got its current variation, of course, with the new texture update in 1.14 slash. It's like 1.2, 1.3? Doesn't matter. Or 1.2, 1.4. Of course, they skipped 1.3 in Bedrock for some reason. But it got its new colors in the World of Color update in 1.12 slash 1.1. Because originally they had much more muted colors, very similar to the stained clay at the time. So it's sort of showing you the evolution of wool over the years. But yeah, this is what wool, I think, originally looked like, and then they changed it to this. But again, there are several iterations between here and here. That's pretty funny. I'm gonna make the thumbnail later. Just hold on to that. Hold on, let's actually get a screenshot of this. That's pretty funny. Those cardboard pellets you get at the museums. These blocks were added to the multiplier test, which again was the bridge between InfDev and Alpha, as we know. So it looks like we got glass, sponge, mushroom, flour, then that block. I'm not sure. I think that was the original gold block, potentially. Yep. Again. It's survival only, whereas Classic was kind of like creative, but you couldn't fly. Very interesting. I think we got everything. So, I believe aquatic is newer. I think, yeah, I think we'll go in this fashion. Yeah, we'll do. Well, so I would like to go do this in order. So, Dimensions, I think, is the next one, just because the Nether was like the next thing added to the game. Exploration came sort of with beta 1.8, so we'll do that next, and then we'll follow the updates in order. Oh, it's glowing obsidian. It's very interesting. So, of course, the Ender Dragon was added in 1.0. Big surprise. That's really funny. Watch your step. That's like the void down there. So that's the end portal, I guess, but it's on its side. Normally it's not like that. It's actually a hole in the ground. And there's the Nether on the other side. We're going to do the Nether first, just because that was added first into the game. Wow, look at this Nether portal. This is very interesting. It's kind of mesmerizing. The Nether Star is a new addition that was added in the Pretty Scary update. 1.4 / the boss update 0.16. It's going to talk about Netherite for some reason, even though that's a relatively new addition to the game. Yep. Also going to talk about other new additions to the game. Blah 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 blah. Respawn, Bloodstone, sure. Again, I still think it is new. I have moved the bar. Originally, I thought anything post 1.8 is new. Just because that was the main version that I played for a long time. Especially since I played modded Minecraft a lot, so we were stuck on 1.7 for a long time. I remember when I started playing Java right after 1.4 came out. So I saw the 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, and 1.8 updates all in sequential order. Oh, we got another one. I don't think anyone's tall enough to use that one. You gotta use this one. Here's the original stuff that they added. So this would have been a bit earlier, because I think they added brewing before enchantments. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Yes, we did know that. But yeah, potions were added, I think, in the same update the Nether was added in. I think. But again, potions didn't originally need blaze powder. All you needed was just a brewing stand, which required blaze rods to craft, and you couldn't find them in the open world, so that's how it was locked. Fun fact, in Bedrock Edition, you can put potions in cauldrons, and there actually was a time where, because of how dripstone worked, you were able to duplicate potions. Um, obviously, they fixed that pretty quick. Yep, so there's one of the new biomes, other new biome. Again, I'm very glad that these are added, because I added more variation of Nether, because the Nether was literally just the Nether, and then Nether fortresses, and that was it. So having these as variation is definitely a welcome change, I would say. It's supposed to be on the side. They'll burn in the sunlight, though, I think. Actually, no, they won't. I don't think I don't think they ends up with taking it to the portal. I guess. And show portals. Here's the Nether fortress. Except it's not making the right noise. That's okay. Normally they attack you, but this is sort of like a showcase. Okay, here's the Assault Deltas. Another one of the new biomes. Of course, they don't normally have that texture, but this is a texture pack. But again, a very welcome change. And of course, there's the Soul Sand Valley. Though I don't remember bones looking like that. Kind of tilted. And of course, the Warped Forest. So I guess this is more focusing on the newer Nether update, but that's okay. The skeletons were actually added until 1.4 when the Widow was added. The skeletons were added in Pocket Edition. Oh, is this 2D? It's kind of big stuff is in the background. Let's see if I can explain Wither skeleton history well on a Strider. Jump higher by leaping off your Strider mid-air. It's called. Oh, he's sneaking with an eye snake. That's very interesting. How do I get off of the Strider then? Do keyboard and mouse with this. Hold on. I think we could do this. Hold on. I have fire. This is What? You can bounce on them? I didn't realize. Wow, that's very odd. Let's get that. You're supposed to jump over it. Sort of a little platforming game, I think. There we go. I want the... This is very weird. Oh, no. That's fine. Oh no, you lose it when you die. Yeah, we're gonna leave. Confirm. We're going to try this again. We're gonna try and not die. Now that I understand how this game works. Well. We got 35 this far. These little bits. We can't die here. But. Oh, this is too far. So it goes. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. So we got 40 of these little things. Oh, you're supposed to... Since you have a crossbow. Not really that. There you go. There we go. 75. There's nothing over here. Go down. It's hard to tell. Similar to Minecraft Dungeons, I guess. Well, I wanna get on my little guy. Here's the basalt deltas, of course. Oh no. Like a gap in between. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. Bop, 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 bop. These things. I get those little thingies. If I grab them, that's okay. And then we do this. Yes. Here we go in the warped forest. Oh, you don't lose all of it. You lose some of it. Oh my god, this is... You lose a fair amount. Oh. Why? 250. They were trying to get a no death scenario, but oh, that did not work. Oh, oh. Thing is, you don't lose like everything, but that's still annoying. This is a very long mini game, I would say. You sort of vibe in with the music, I think. Also trying to showcase all the biomes. You can't stand on it. We got our sticker. Okay. Now I can switch over back to the controller. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we were talking about the wither skeletons because they're very interesting. Because originally, Nether Fortresses only had blazes, but then they added wither skeletons to obviously allow us to get wither skulls for spawning the wither. But in Pocket Edition, because you know that update had already come out, they're like, we'll just add it all at once. So they added wither skeletons and wither skeleton skulls without having any use for them in 0.12, and they added the wither in 0.16 much later. Well, not much later, but a little bit later. sort of the museum part. The museum. I don't know where the exit is. If you're just supposed to go out through the exit of the museum. Like anything more. But that's okay. I focus more on the recent Nether update rather than the current. Well, not the current, but the full history. That's okay. There's a upstairs level from here as well. We'll go up here. Just paintings about. Guess we'll collect our little. It doesn't work. We have to be the blaze. It's a bit unfortunate. Guess that's fine. So the next one. Save. I think I already have that one. So what was I doing? Alright. I wish you can step on. You can be the guest. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's it for this part. We'll go back to the end later. Let's go to exploration while we're at it. We now have taps in the background. I think someone is practicing for the Memorial Day parade tomorrow. My new weapon. So I think it'll get cancelled out because of a video broadcast. Let's see. Let's get the exit of this museum. Shit, we wanna leave. There's the exit of the museum. There's this part back here as well. It's just like the different sides. I thought they were gonna focus more on like when the Nether was initially updated, but that's okay. Right, let's go to exploration over here. Let's see if they talk about beta 1.8 slash 0.9. Oh, look at this lighting. That's really nice. Man, if I had free cam right now, we could look at this thing from above. Can we do? We can't do game mode C. Yeah. It's hard to see, but I believe that's Steve on a horse from the original box artwork for Minecraft. Jungle Temple, of course, added in 1.3, as we know. So again, using the Java history, but Jungle Temples were added in Pocket Edition in 0.9 with the new terrain generation. Jungle Temple attracted the attention of adventurers and builders alike. Back in the day, mossy cobblestone was a sparse resource, thus players Yeah, but we also had mossy cobblestone originally from dungeons, believe it or not. So we had mossy from before, and then they added the ability to craft mossy from vines. I don't remember when that was added, but that was added a little bit later, I think. Except tripwire hooks weren't until later, because tripwire hooks, I believe, weren't in 1.3. Because I remember experimenting with them when they first came out, and tripwire hooks actually came out in 1.5. So, I don't know if the original double bone tunnels had tripwire hooks. Maybe I'm just totally wrong, and my brain is showing its age. Look at these. This is very interesting. Obviously, you wouldn't get this in regular Minecraft just because of the smaller models, but it's very neat to look at, I think. Now, it's also going to focus on sort of the newer stuff. That's okay. We'll talk about templates. Yeah. Very new. Literally just added. Let's look through the museum a bit more. Oh, parrots. I remember when parrots were added. And of course ocelots as well. Exclusive feature. Ocelots, of course, were added with the jungle back in 1.2. They were the original source of cats in the same way that wolves are the source for dogs before they changed that in 1.14 slash 1.14. Parrots are here. Nice. Yeah, they'll dance if you have a song playing. This is the other side. I think for copyright reasons they have to use all the new songs. They can't use any of the older songs by C14, which is a bit of a shame because I like them all equally. They're very fantastic songs. All of them, in my opinion. Yep, parrots. Yep, we knew that, of course. Added in 1.12 slash what's this you done? Over. My brain is slipping. Minecraft parrots. Added in the Better Together update. That makes sense because I actually remember them being added. I just couldn't remember placing it. Horse armor. Yep. Leather, of course. Cannot craft the leather. Can't craft the new. You can't craft iron, gold, diamond, horse armor. Swaps? They don't really look like this. They really do. No, they don't. They're just the Because there's like the new mangrove swamps here, and then there's like the regular swamps, which I guess are represented here, so it's 2 in 1, I guess. But yeah, so frogs are a thing now, but originally it was just slimes and witches. Giving us our witch farms, which had us redstone. Again, slimes were originally from slime chunks. He's right there, I can see him. I think that's working. That's okay. Yep, originally in slime chunks though. Or they were added to swamps later. Of course, here's the another minigame here. There's a whole bunch of minigames here. So there's Sniff and Sneak and Temple Run. Oh, this represents the trail ruins. Yep. Oh, there's another game, Excavation. So there's Excavation, Sniff and Sneak, then the jungle one. Double Dash. I think it's trying to go through the features rather than having a chronological look at the game over time. That's okay. It's definitely interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll play Temple Dash first. Blah 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 blah. Alright, dash through moss-covered corridors, avoiding traps, battling zombies, skeletons, find the template, collect golden apples along the way, keep your health up, only strongest will survive. Oh, they give us armor. That's good. Oh, I might need to grab a mouse for this. Is this timed? Damn. There's no arrows in there. It's okay. Can't shield. My controller's acting up. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. Alright, that's much better. So yeah, the orange went through many different texture changes over the years, because they definitely received high-res textures for the texture update. But then the textures would change again for Kaiser Cliffs, just because they all received deep sleep variants. And then other courses just been the same. This is farmland. Oh, wheat seeds. It's pretty funny. Of course, 10 years. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It's basically a little blurb for all the different blocks in the game. Sort of a speedrun this a little bit quick, because I know this is a little bit of an older map. Oh, more blocks over here. So these have their new texture variants. The diamond, and then the emerald. And I think because they use a texture pack, the textures have preserved from that time. Say preserved, as if it's like I'm a dinosaur or something. This is only like 5 years ago, it's not that long ago. Manufactured blocks. It's like all the utility blocks. Yeah. Oh, the redstone blocks. Hoppers. I actually remember when they were added. Let's read the blurb. Hopper is a block that can be used to catch item entities or transfer items. Crafted from. That's it. It just explains the block rather than its history. There it is. Boy. I died. Oh no, at the beginning! New. Vampires were actually faster than minecart. I died. Fortunately, keep inventories on. So. Start. I forgot how long this hallway is. Oh my goodness. There was like a bed or something that we could sleep in. Almost through. Boy. Yeah. This is the mob gardens. Let me just solve the riddle of the eggs first. 3 of these eggs contain levers, which open the gate to the mob gardens. It's up to you to find out which. Here's some clues to get you started. Play a jingle, and I'll flap and wriggle, but don't feed my chocolate. For my kind, it's toxic. It's a parrot. Roses are violets and blue. Roses are red, violets and blue. Give me a hug, and I'll hug you back. Paper. We travel in hauntings and are most certainly daunting. These tall chaps will disappear as Endermen. Oh, it's like the spawn eggs for each. Oh, except I don't know which is which. This is a zombie, I believe. Yeah. Well done, but now we have to actually find the correct spawn egg. This might be a parrot. Nope. Look at all these spawn eggs. So witch, I think. Oh, that would be the parrot. Yes. Now I gotta find the Enderman and then the creeper spawn egg. Whoa, look at those. Ores, those are huge! Is this one of them? I don't remember the texture of the eggs, that's why. I don't have the spawn eggs in here. I can't see. I can't be a spawn. Oh, there's the creeper. I gotta find the Enderman spawn egg. Like black and purple. There's the villager spawn egg. So many giant spawn eggs. Find Is it? Yes. Wow! We did it. Oh, this is the same. Why did it take me back here? New. It's okay, we already finished the puzzle. We're weaving around spawn eggs. To the wall. So, this is the Mob Gardens. We're on the bottom. The Museum of Redstone. The Academy. And then Biome? Something? The Dragon Egg. Nice. Got the Dragon Egg. We can't wear it though. Oh, these are huge! See the size of this thing! Giant mobs. This is huge. Wither skeleton. Chorus. Guardians. Slime. They just have a wither in here? That's a huge phantom, and then ghasts are just enormous because they're already big. Look at this skeleton! It's so huge! Oh my god! That's the wither. Stand back. Oh, Shulker's here! Forgot, we actually do have Shulkers. Just because Shulkers have been in the game for a long time now. Blazes, of course. Skeletons and Mavericks. Look at this look at the size of this Shulker! It's so huge! Oh my god! There's the new zombie villager. Well, I say new, but it's like old, but it's like the middle one. That makes sense. Alright, that's the academy. Alright, because if we're looking out towards the vault, which is that way. Gardens Museum of Redstone would be that way, and the academy would actually be that way. So that one's the academy. And that one's the Museum of Redstone. Let's go to the Museum of Redstone. So I actually did a bunch of maps for mowing at this time. But this is around the same time. Like, obviously, Shulker's in the game, so this would have been right around Better Together. I think they had polar bears, so this would have been before Better Together. This would have been like Pocket Edition 1.1 when this came out. Not even ever. '17. 102 is Better Together. So this was after Better Together. Giant redstone torch. Look at that. Let's see if we can land in the water. Because if I don't, I'll die. I took the easier option. Okay, Museum of Redstone. Here we are. So this is sort of showing like different redstone circuitry, I guess. Kind of fun. It was supposed to be like a game. Oh yeah, here's the vault. This is like one of the areas of the vault. Oh, and it takes it in here. That makes sense. Makes sense. So I look at like the different things that you can do, I guess. Turn on the lights. Two. This is the layers. 3. It'd be nice if we had a hint, but we don't. Because there's like no, I didn't see a chest, at least I don't think. Chest. Oh, redstone activated. Good. We just had to flip all the levers. Oh, let us through. So we're gonna want to start. So this is. Oh, it just says 10 years. On a diagonal. Walk on the grass! Redstone Museum. Welcome to the Museum of Redstone. Here we have all sorts of marvelous mechanisms, from the super simple to the devilishly difficult. Fortunately, the museum hasn't been well looked after, and we need your help to bring the power back on. Fix all 16 of our redstone machines to light up the redstone dust lamp, and claim your reward. The first machines may seem easy to fix, but the further from the redstone lamp, the harder they get. think this is a challenge for us. If redstone isn't your thing, you just want to get it here, we have a machine for that too. Check if that's helpful. Now we're gonna do these redstone this redstone puzzle. So here is lever. Oh, this is like an AND gate. So I'm gonna turn both of these off. There you go. This is our weighted pressure plate. Alright, so you gotta which weight do you need? Oh my god. Let's see the... Oh, it's on. Okay. Next. Nice. All redstone lamps are on. Fantastic. So our comparator. I'm gonna put stuff in here. Here's coal. Bam. Coal goes there. We might need the full thing of coal. Let's grab that as well. Comparator. Almost there. Bup, 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 bup. Bup, 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 bup. Ouch. There we go. Alright, this is the comparator. So it needs the right amount of items. That makes sense. So we go bop, 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 bop. That'll turn it off. So I need to take that out. Take that out. Alright, there we go. Let's go to 32. Right amount of coal. So back here. Gate. This is a subtractor. That was going to be the first one. Alright, here we go. This is another. Let's pick the right one. That's too much. That's not enough. Otherwise, so I was just guessing and checking. Alright, now this one is... It's like we have a... We have to extend that up. There we go. To extend this up somehow. This will then go out like that. And hopefully that'll still be fine. Yes. Good. And we put this down. There we go. Oh wait. Side as well. 70s button. Oh, we need to keep the button locked, as we know. Can't pick up the button though. We can't pick up the button. Okay. Then torch. Daylight sensor. Right there. There we go. I can't change it. I have to check some pull onto it. New flip flop. Oh, I see. This is one of the old school ways to construct a T flip flop on Bedrock. I always preferred the dropper one because that one was a bit more reliable on Bedrock. Alright, so we got so we need to, this is a T flip flop here that needs to be turned off. I think it starts with this one. There's not a button for anything. Oh, there's a button. First one is on. Just break that. How does that work? It's like a different one. Interesting. Yeah. It's like the different combinations you're just scrolling through. There you go. Blocks that, and then we do that. There we go. Blocking repeater. Yep. There we go. That's all done. Except for the daylight sensor, which I can't help. Just have to wait for the sun. What am I missing? Oh, this one, the freaking. Yeah, this despawns after a while. Okay. This one will also despawn as well. The coal. Oh, these are all good. So it's literally just the daylight sensor. Still there. Let's pick up the coal before it like despawns. Okay. Almost there. This freaking daylight sensor. I got it at the wrong time. That stupid hero disappears. Stay on. Oh, they're so close. I wish I could just plonk the lever down. Why did they have to put this? Like, they could have just put some repeaters here. And it would have been fine. But no, that you have to wait until the appropriate light level is reached. Can't change the time. It's going down, it's not going up. This is so dumb. I can't. This is not fair. There's literally no way. Oh no. It just doesn't want to go. Oh. There we go. That's why. Just dumb. Because they didn't actually add that feature until later, I think. Nice. That. Oh, I need that. What is that? Oh, we got our little... That's a little fancy. Actually, let's change our cape, because that's the 15th anniversary. We went back to the vanilla cape. There we go. That's so fancy. Redstone Museum, everyone. A thing upstairs. So we'll take a look at that. Oh, where this thing is? We can save this for later. Swim forever, hotter than the sun. Very interesting. It's a Redstone Museum. We did the mob gardens. I think we did like 2 out of 4, so I'm gonna call it a win. I died. So I hope you guys have enjoyed